Fine sniper here on this Saturday, about noontime, maybe a little bit after noon. But welcome back to the channel. As you know, this is budget guns, budget scopes, and budget ammo. Because we want to beat these Ely people for scamming us for the price of their ammo. I ain't calling it scam. I mean, they probably got reasons for they're charging so much. As good as their quality control is, that's what it's all about, I guess. Excuse me too, belching here a little bit. I'm at the 25-yard line where I do my zeroing. I'm back again with my Marks II, the one that come from Walmart. I call it the Walmart pawn shop gun because somebody that bought it at Walmart pawned it at the pawn shop, and I bought it. And I've done a few little things to it, nothing excessive, nothing to go home bragging to mama about, but I've done a few little things to it that has really changed the rifle a lot, believe it or not. First thing I done was took off that Weaver scope. I bought another CV Life scope, expensive model now, not the cheaper brands. Like I said, the cheap brands of CV Life is not good. The glass is pitiful. But if you get the higher brands like the Bear version and stuff like that, that's where you get the good scopes. But like I say, you got to spend anywhere from $170 to $300 for them. Now, I go for the 174 is what I pay for this scope right here. It used to be 169 on sale, but or what I call on sale, but the price jumped up to 174 right here recently. But it's so good I had to buy one. It's a 6x24 by 50. Blessed good scope. So I'm gonna tell you now, you're missing out if you don't own one, because this here is where I zeroed it in at. I popped it right here. Then I started popping it right here and right here and right here. And I finally got it to hit bullseye right there. And I said, well, let me see how it does now on a new target. So I jumped over here, and that's what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 3 right there together in bullseye, and then 1 and 1 right there. That's at 25 yards though. So now it's time to take it out to 50 yards. So we go out to 50 yards here. I was still surprised. The gun done exceptionally well. Now, the only thing I've told you right now is all I did was just change the scope, but there's something else I've done to that rifle too. And it just hit me. And I tried it, and it worked. And I'm glad I did, because I'll tell you in a moment, surprises, people, surprises. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. This here is not the top ones. That was from yesterday. That there is SV, Standard Velocity, CCI, just like it come off of that one over there. Shot a little low, of course, which I was expected to do that, because I went from 25 to 50 yards. But look at that group, because I wasn't trying to get bullseye anyway. I'm trying to get groups. Look at that group. That's 5 shots now. 5 shots. Right here, I said, well, I'm going to try some match grade ammunition and see how it does. So I tried Ely Match. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first time I shot Ely Match right there. I was not that impressed. But you know, sometimes you got to acclimate the barrel. So I gave it another shot for 5 more, and that's what I got. Still really not that impressed compared to the Standard Velocity. By each one of them groups was 5. That was 5, and this one right here was 5. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 2 kissing, and 1 in the center. Right here you had 3 at the top and 2 kissing. So I said, well, I wasn't that impressed. So I said, well, you know, I need to try something else. So I broke out with the best I had, and that was Tenix Red Box. Just plain old Tenix. Supposed to be top of the line. Supposed to be top of the line, people. And that's what I got. Not just here, that's from yesterday. That one at the top right there is what I got for Tenix, which is good for 5 shots. A good group. It's not that bad, but not what I was expecting. You know, you expect at least a single hole. I mean, you look at Tenix here, and you look at SV here, and you know SV beat that. Standard Velocity beat that Tenix, especially for the price you pay for it. That is $4.99 a box. That there cost me $25 or $26, excuse me, for that box. Almost 30 bucks. That's a shame. That's a shame. But you know me, I'm not satisfied. I got to find some more budget ammo to work. So then I said, well, let me try some subsonic lead CCI, and that's what I got. And they put my hand there because it's a clean target. So that's what it got. It's not too bad, not impressive, and nothing to write home to mama about. But you know, it's cheap ammo and it's good for target practicing, and probably a little work I might get it better. Like I say, this is my second day with this rifle. Then I said, well, let me try the stuff I had yesterday that done the best to me of all of them, which goes to show you, you have to go keep trying ammo because it'll change on you now. Because I went with Remington Subsonic copper plated hollow point. CPHP is what they call it. And see, it opened up today. That was it today. It opened up tremendously. That was it yesterday. But what I done, I think, is what changed it. But it improved everything else, like this, the Standard Velocity. But that was the day again. And this here was yesterday. So it's about the same. Well, I ain't gonna say it opened up a little bit. It might be about the same. If it opened up very little. Well, wasn't good enough. So I said, well, you know what? Let's try the bad boys now. So I said, let's try some, auto match, Federal auto match. And that's what she gave me. Look at that. Look what Federal auto match gave me. I said, well, maybe this gun likes high velocity stuff. Maybe. So instead of subsonic, that's auto match. I think it's 1,200 feet per second. I said, well, let me try my baby. Y'all know who my baby is. That's the Blazer, CCI Blazer. And check that boy out. I'm writing home to mama about that. Yep, that's some good news right there. I want all of y'all to take a copy of that picture right there and send it to your mama and tell her that Blazer's hot. Blazer is hot. Well, I wasn't satisfied. I said, well, I don't have no SK Plus. I'm out. I can't get none. I've been online. Well, I can get some, but I'm not paying that price for it. They just had to bring it down a little bit before I do it. Or I'll talk to my FFL up here and have them order me some at a cheaper price. Cause I'm not paying no $11, $12 for a box and $13 a box for another SK Plus. But I did have some SK semi-auto. And it's high velocity. And look at that, what it got. Let's write home to mama. So it looks to me like high velocity, high velocity, high velocity. This is like a, what, a 1050 on this. This is probably about the same thing, 1050, 1060, something like that on this one right here. Don't look at that one, this one right here. And that there is about the same thing. That's a 1070, I think, on that subsonic. But SV, it's just good ammo. It's just good ammo, because that's what, 1050, 1070 on velocity. I'm gonna shoot some more of that today. And I'm gonna shoot some more of my baby today to see if it changes. Because I have been impressed. Now, to tell you what I did. Woke up this morning. I said, well, we done got the road done. We got all the gravel spread out. Everybody's happy with that. Neighbors is happy with it. Everything down here. I said, well, now it's time to work on my gun. So I went in there, pulled the gun out. I said, that scope's got to go. Pulled the scope off. I had already bought another scope. It had been here for about a week or two just to try and decide what weapon I wanted to put it on. And it dawned on me then when I got this one here, so I just saved it for it. Sure enough, I went ahead and put the CV Life on this one. And got it locked in, torqued everything, got it lined up, come out here, and of course, got it zeroed at my 25 like I always do. I love the glass on it. I love the clarity on it. I love the way I can focus it up and see what the devil I'm shooting to, seeing where the bullets are going. But the bad thing about that is it tempts you to move that thing before you shoot your groups. And it's hard to explain to people when they're looking at a group and say, hey, I've been adjusting within this group, which that's what I did to the very first one at the 25 that I showed you. The reason that standard velocity was spread out a little more, it's because I was hitting here and I adjusted, hit here and I adjusted here until I hit bullseye. Then I moved over to the next target and all 5 of them was without me adjusting. And that's usually the way I do it. Now, something dawned on me this morning and says, you know what? I wonder if anybody's even checked these action screws. I don't know what they were set at to begin with, but I turned it up to 18, you know, just for my scopes here, because I always torque all my scope stuff at 18. And a matter of fact, let me tell y'all, this scope right here, the 6x24x50, it cost me $174 off of Amazon. This is a Bear series. So until you get to the Bear series, you're not going to really get that great of a scope. I mean, the low budget scopes are good depending on what you got them for. You know, the glass is not that clear when you get up to 24, whatever. I'm just shooting at 20 on this. I put the cheap one on 24 and can barely, I ain't gonna say barely see, but you can see the haze in it a little bit. But it shoots good, and it was good for what the intentions I got, because I really wasn't sure I wanted to get into this sport until I started playing around with it, and that's when I decided, well, I got to start buying. I had to change my perspective of budget. There's cheap and there's budget. Cheap is where you're gonna pay $50, $60, $70, maybe even $100 for a scope. That's cheap. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I ain't putting nobody down because I've done it for years. But when you start hitting budget, where you start looking at the glass, like these big dogs do, I guess you call them, you're gonna have to start looking around the $200, $300 range. And this one here was $260, and it's called what I call the entry level now to the CV Life is on the Bear scope right here. This is entry level to me. It's fantastic. I have no problems with this scope at all. Glass is clear. 6x24x50, it illuminates. Now it's tight because it's new. It ain't been worked around a little bit, so the parallax is real tight on here. I got to work that a little bit. You can set your dials. I'll do that when I get through here. I'll take my Allen wrenches, go right here, loosen all 3, pull it up, set it back to 0. All that there. You got your lens caps. Comes with everything that you need. This is a 34 tube, and the 34 brackets come with it, mounting scope mounts, I mean. All that comes with it, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, the next one up, I think it's about $250, and then there's another Bear that runs about $290 something, and then there's another Bear, which I figure is a fantastic one, and it's about a little over $300. But now, I think there's about 1 or 2 more 624s above this one, and then it starts changing like to the 530s, and then it goes up to something like the 636, something like that. So you get more magnification with the money. Now, I tightened them action screws up at 18, and they were loose. They had to be at least down to like a 10 or 15, maybe less than 15. Because like I say, I just put an 18 on there, and I tightened them 2 screws up. That's the only thing I've done, scope and tighten that action up. Nothing else. Nothing else, except for, of course, I put this on here, the bipod. That's it. I love this gun. This is gonna be a great shooting gun. This is gonna be a tack driver before it's over with. It's got the Boyd stock on it, which I think they call it the At1. I looked it up, And the name of this board stock is called At One. So it's got a high dollar stock on it. Walmart, man, done good with this. I don't know what they were selling them for because I had never bought one either. Our Walmart's quit selling guns and all that years ago. You can't buy a gun from Walmart now unless you're buying a BB gun or air gun. Excuse me, I say BB, but now they changed the terminology to air because they're getting into the same sport like we're doing with the 22s. But all you can get from there is air guns at our Walmarts. Now, I'm sure in other places I hear people on the internet talking about they went to Walmart and got this and got that. I can't even get no ammo at Walmart no more. They don't even sell ammo. Don't know what the reason of it was for. But I got one more thing I want to try. I put some of that Bayonne bottle from Federal in here that I've been trying to get rid of. I'm gonna try some of this and see if it'll shoot that stuff so I can try to get rid of it. I won't buy no more. Even if it shoots good, I won't buy no more of it because it'll be the only gun it shoots good in. But let's go over what we got here. Very best is Blazer. Very best in this gun is Blazer so far. Then it picked Standard Velocity. So Standard Velocity is number 2. Then number 3, it's a toss-up. Well, no it ain't. No it ain't. No it ain't. I take that back. I'll say, excuse me. Well, no, it's a toss-up because they were so close. SK and Federal. Federal Auto Match and SK Semi-Auto, I think, was a toss-up tie between these two right now. Then it went to Ely. And then I'd say Subsonic was okay, but I probably won't shoot Subsonic by Remington in here anymore, and I probably won't shoot CCI Subsonic in here anymore. I tried to eliminate it down, and right now I've got it down to Tenix, which I probably won't shoot in this gun anymore because this is what I use when a gun won't shoot. And I don't know if it's the gun or if it's the ammo or if it's me or what it is. That's when I break out with the Tenix, or should I really say just the Ely stuff, period. Because I don't shoot competition other than when I get with my friends around here. Now we shoot competition a little bit, just buddy stuff. But that's what my Tenix is for. So I probably won't shoot Tenix no more in this rifle, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no need me lying about it. I try to be truthful when I can be. Can't tell people all your secrets there. So, but you can try to keep it without lying. But Blazer, Standard Velocity, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if this Standard Velocity will tighten up a little bit more, it might take over number 1. But right now, Blazer's definitely got it. And these two are tied, Federal and Semi-Auto. That's the one this rifle picked, these 4 right here. And that's the 4 I'll shoot on this rifle right here. I keep a list in my phone. When I do these to make sure, I write the gun down in my phone, in my notepad, and I put what ammo shoot the best, and the second, and the third, and the 4th place on it. And I keep a list of my gun. Every single rifle I got, including my hunting rifles, is listed in this phone, talking about what the best ammo is I got for it. When I get ready to pull out my hunting rifles and make sure the zero's okay, I'll look and see what the number 1 ammo was. I'll pull it off the shelf in the house. I'll bring it out here and I'll double check my zero. If it's good, hunting season's on. So right now, I'm through with this gun. I'm satisfied with this gun. Of course, I'll play with it a little bit off and on here and there. But for a project gun, this is the fastest project I had as far as making the gun shoot good. And like I say before, it's not the gun, it's the ammo. And it's the specs. If you need to check your specs, I just learned a lesson right then when I looked at this here and put the specs on here. I said, oh, this thing's off. check your Picatinny rail screws. Make sure they're right. Go ahead and put your little blue Loctite on them. Check your scope rings and check your scope mounts. Make sure all that's tight. Check your trigger mounts in here. Even though it shouldn't affect it any, hey, don't take a chance. If it's a screw, check it out. So we got to do something, people. You know? To make these guns right. Because the factory just puts them together, assembly line, and shoots them out the door. Yeah, they're going to pick and choose when they send it to people and say, hey, check our gun out and give a survey of it and let's see what you think about it and tell everybody what you think about it. But when the truth comes down to it, I hate to say it, but the people like me, and the reason I say the people like me is because I'm the common Joe on the street who buys these things and shoot them. That's the ones you need to go to for your information. Because everybody else has got sponsorship. They get money from all this stuff. They get codes where they get a percentage off of it. And I understand what they're doing takes money to survive in this game. If they go keep running their channel the way they run it, because they're trying to be massive on here. Me, I'm just a backyard shooter with a backyard range, with Walmart pawn shop rifles, a few from the gun shop, got some from grab a gun. I got some from Bud's gun shop. I got, you know, I'm the average Joe. I just buy them. I test them. I'm gonna tell you the truth about them, whether they're good or not. Now, with that said, everybody makes a mistake. I have dyslexia, and it's caused from a lack of oxygen to the brain. I've been trying to hide it on here as best I can, but I catch myself on camera revealing it and not trying to. You'll see me sometime, it's like I freeze, I get brain freeze. It's because I'm having to think. My thinking process is slower than what it used to be. It comes from having 2 heart attacks, and I got what they call PAD, peripheral artery disease. My arteries is like the arteries of an 80-year-old man, and they collapse. And I got full of stents. I pick up my wife sometime and told her, I said, if I keep going to the doctor, I'm gonna be a $6 million man. Yeah, you younger people might not know who he was, but the older generation does. But that's what my problem is. So if you see me thinking, it's because I know what I want to say, but my brain just won't put it out there. And I'm sorry I'm like that, but there's nothing I can do about it. A lot of my closest friends know it. But on here, I thought, well, maybe I can hide it would have been on camera. But no, because I have to think at a whim sometime on here, and I get dyslexic with it. I'll say CCI when I might mean federal or something like that. That's the reason now I've got to the point where when I get through shooting, I show you the boxes and point them out to you. So if I did make a statement that was untrue in this video, I've corrected it, involuntarily corrected it when I show you the ammo. So just bear with me on the channel. I hope you forgive me for being like that, but it's a medical condition I have no control over. PAD is no cure. It's terminal. You die with it. I'm in stage 7. Stage 4. There's 7 stages to it, and I'm in stage 4. Doctors, I had quit smoking, quit drinking. I've quit everything but me and my wife's extracurricular activities. That's the only thing I enjoy in life now. But it's a process I have to go through to survive. I take 9 medicines a day just to live. And it's no joking matter, and I have to laugh it off because it gets serious at times, and my family worries about me. My wife worries about me coming out here to the range by myself because I have fallen, and I have been to the point where, like that commercial, I can't get up. And I'm grateful that I got a grandson that lives with us because all my kids are grown and gone, except for my boy that lives beside me. But my grandson, he's 17, 18 years old now, just turned 18. He had to come out here and get help me get up sometimes, or get whatever fell on me off of me so I can get up. It's a disease that's people don't understand. They think, well, you just go get a stent and put in, everything's normal. No, it don't really work like that. The disease is ongoing and ongoing and keeps getting worse. I'm having problems with it now. I told my wife last night it was a nightmare. You can't lay down. You can't do anything without catching cramps. And when I say cramps, I'm talking about, imagine having Charlie horses all over your whole body. That's how bad it gets. And last night was like that. I really went through, and then God forgive me, but I went through some hell last night. But God's got me. He's brought me through it, because they had gave up on me one time and talking about amputating my limbs. And I prayed like I've never prayed in my life. But I got through it. I got through it. God brought me through it. Now I'm back up. I was bedridden there for a while. I'm back up. I'm moving around. I'm doing things I like doing. I'm shooting and getting around. I'm still working my job. My I've been blessed with a good company who's tolerated me and dealt with me on all this stuff. And I'm back at work now, and God is good. But I know one day He'll take me out of here. And that's why I have oxygen failure to the brain at times. It's because of the blood flow. And I got stents in my heart from the heart attacks I've had, and the PAD caused me to have the heart attacks. It affects every limb in my body, everywhere. Brain, arms, feet, legs, stomach. I got stents all in my abdominal area down here in the main arteries. But I thought it was time for me to let y'all know, because I don't want myself to look like an idiot on here, like, man, he's kind of slow, something wrong with him, he must be retarded. No, you never know what a person's going through. You never really know. And when I meet somebody else who says they got PAD, I feel for them, because I know exactly what they're going through. And it's hell, pure T hell. When an attack hits you, it could knock you to your knees and make you cry like a baby, because it's unbelievable. It's like going through seizures, but you're aware of it. You know what's going on, and you're hurting, and there's nothing nobody can do for it but let you deal with it. Now I will make an appointment with my doctor and go back and tell him that it's getting worse. It's starting to be it's about like labor pains. Instead of being far apart, they're getting closer together. So it might be some other kind of work he's going to have to do to me. But he gave me a choice one time. He said, either you quit smoking, or he said, next time you come in here, I'm going to have to cut your legs and all off. And that's what it attacks first, is your legs area down below your waist. Then it moves up. And luckily, I'm okay up here other than my heart. Leg area, it kills me. Sometimes I feel like I need to be in a wheelchair, but I push myself to walk. That's the reason I like walking the range here, because it gives me that exercise he wants me to get to help my blood pump and flow. But my brain cells got depleted of oxygen several times. And they thought I had vertigo, but it wasn't vertigo. They never checked me thoroughly to find out what it was. But it wasn't vertigo. It was, I was suffering mild heart attacks. And then when I got ready to have surgery done for the PAD, because I went to a bone doctor, because I thought something wrong with the bone in my leg hurt me so bad. It felt like the muscle was being pulled completely loose from my body. And he told me what I had, and he sent me to a vascular doctor. And before they would do the surgery, I had to go through a heart test to make sure my heart was fine. And still nobody at this time knew I had heart trouble. That's when they found out I had heart trouble. And right before I came in for surgery, I had a heart attack. I had one before that I was not aware of. I didn't know it was a heart attack. Everybody thought it was, see, there's another one of brain farts comes right there. I just said the word and I can't even say it. Anyway, everybody thought it was something else. But it was actually a mild heart attack. But the brain cells hasn't recovered, and they said it might not because of my age, because you lose some brain cells anyway as the older you get. And since they were depleted of oxygen, it's a possibility they won't never repair themselves. I don't think they're going to repair themselves because I see it too often. But please forgive me, but I have fun doing this, and I hope it don't affect me on my followers. But I thank you really from the bottom of my heart for following me on here, because it really gives me a purpose. I push myself. Now let me get off because I'm about to have an emotional moment here, because sometimes I worry about leaving my wife by herself. I have all them kind of thoughts going through my head, because until you've been put in this situation where you don't know what tomorrow holds, you worry about stuff like that. I always make sure every day I text my sons, my daughters, everybody, I text them and say, I love you. Because I don't know if I'll see them the next day. But anyway, let's get off of that subject and let's get back on these guns. I recommend the Mark 1, even if you don't get it from Walmart. This is my second Mark II. This is my second Mark II I got. This one was just such a great deal at the pawn shop, and the story behind it made me so interested I had to buy it. Now, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. All my guns go to my children when I leave here, so 2 of them I have a Mark II. Anyway. All right. God love you. God bless you. God take care of you. And I truly do love y'all. Take care. Brian Sniper. I'm out.